Star Wars The Bad Batch is a continuation of animated Star Wars and comes from creator Dave Filoni. The series follows the Bad Batch, who we all met in Clone Wars Season 7 as they navigate the galaxy after Order 66. Big fan of animated Star Wars right here. I absolutely love the Clone Wars. It's one of my all-time favorite shows, especially when we get to the later seasons. Originally, I didn't think I'd like it, but then when Season 3 came and I watched the entire thing, I fell in love. It is such a great show. If you have not watched it yet and you love Star Wars, you have to watch the Clone Wars. So because I'm a Clone Wars enthusiast, I automatically became intrigued when they announced a Bad Batch show last summer. These are characters we met in Season 7 of the Clone Wars and characters that I really like as well. Ever since Revenge of the Sith came out in 2005, one of my biggest questions has been, whatever happened to the clones? Why are they no longer a part of the Empire? I'm sure they explained it in some Legends books back in the day, as well as in some of Disney's new books, but I never read any of that, and I had no idea what happened to them. So a great aspect of The Bad Batch is that this show answers all of those questions about the clones. And that's something I really like about The Bad Batch, when you can fill in those gaps, the questions that we've had for years on end. I'm somebody who's going to appreciate that. I hate it when movies decide not to answer questions, just like in the sequel trilogy. It's annoying. It really bothers me. So luckily in this show, there are several questions answered about the clone army. It's no surprise that I love the characters in the show. All 6 Bad Batch members very well could be fan favorites. If I had to choose my favorite of the bunch, I'd probably go with Wrecker, but I also love Hunter and Crosshair. Those are my top 3. When the series focuses on the main story between Crosshair and the rest of the Bad Batch, that's where the show is at its absolute best. The first episode of the Bad Batch rivals some of the Clone Wars' best episodes. Yeah, I'm not making this up. I'm telling the truth. This is for real. The first episode of the Bad Batch is that good. If I had to give an estimate about how many good and great episodes there are, I would probably say 2 to 3 great episodes, maybe 4 or 5 good episodes, and the rest is just average, but at least we have a couple of great ones. Again, when the show focuses on the main story between Crosshair and the Bad Batch, as well as the Empire and the fall of the Republic, that's where the show is at its strongest points. If you're like me and love the Clone Wars, you're gonna love the abundance of special guest appearances in the Bad Batch. And when I say an abundance of special guest appearances, I mean there are like 10 solid cameos in the Bad Batch. So many characters that we saw in the Clone Wars appear in the Bad Batch. And, well, a couple of times I really lost my you-know-what. That can somewhat make the galaxy feel smaller, but when I see some of my favorite characters from the Clone Wars appearing on the screen once again, I just can't help but to smile. So there certainly are a lot of good things to say about the Bad Batch. This is a good follow-up to the Clone Wars TV show. But I did mention there are some average episodes in the Bad Batch. I'm not really sure why this season was 16 episodes. It doesn't have to be. You could have made it maybe 10. We don't need 16 episodes. About half of the episodes in the TV series don't really need to be there. I even questioned a couple of times why certain episodes existed. There is no reason for these characters to go on as many missions as they go on in the first season of The Bad Batch. I just don't see the point. Now, while episode 15 of The Bad Batch is really good, episode 16, the finale of season 1, is disappointing. I don't know why they didn't give us a tease for season 2. There's nothing there. It just ends, and I guess we'll wait around another year for season 2. You could have done a better job at teasing the next season. Either way, as a lover of the Clone Wars, I can't complain about the final product of season 1 of The Bad Batch. This was a good start. It's not a great start. There are a couple of episodes in there that do not need to exist, but thankfully there are a solid amount of good and great episodes in the first season. So I am giving season 1 of Star Wars The Bad Batch a B+. You know what? I'm just happy we have more animated Star Wars. I thought after Season 7 of the Clone Wars, they wouldn't venture down that route again, but thankfully, Dave Filoni decided to work on this project, and I really hope we get more animated Star Wars, because animated Star Wars is by far the best Star Wars there is. But of course, guys, if you also happen to see Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 1, be sure to let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts are of it. And as always, if you are new to my channel, click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.